Hello, Errol.
Hello and good morning, George. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing fantastic. I have experienced Secret of the Hells Angels, and I got to tell you, I'm that guilty party that had no freaking idea. Oh, my God. I had no idea of the Mongols versus the Hells Angels. I mean, I can't imagine what you personally went through.
Where are you located?
I'm located in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay. The Mongols kind of came on the scene in the late 60s, and by a decade later, we were fighting it out with them.
Oh, my God. When you had to go through the patch ceremony, I mean, this right here is a game changer in ways that the average person does not know what that patch ceremony is.
Well, it's, the patch is somewhat similar to a flag,
Yeah.
And, you talk to anybody that's been in the military and, they'll tell you how they feel about the flag. And, that's how the members feel about the patch. It's kind of the heart and soul of each member. And, they wear that patch on their back, like a flag flies. And it exposes you to whatever may come your way. And, that's positive things and that's negative things. You mentioned the Mongols. We've been fighting the Mongols since 1977.
Wow.
Law enforcement long before that. So that patch on your badge is not only a flag, it's a target.
Were you shocked by the agents and how they tried to infiltrate everything? I mean, they were always working on you guys to get inside to find out the real story.
Well, not only were they, trying to infiltrate, what they did is they created chaos along the way. People would start doubting each other. Yep. People started analyzing what people were saying. Somebody glancing at you too long, and you're thinking they're analyzing you. They created a lot of paranoia. And the first episode starts off with Jay Dobbins going after the Arizona guys, and I think by the end of the hour's episode, you can see how much paranoia was created, and it left everybody after that Operation Black Biscuit. It left everybody with, who can I trust and who can I not trust?
Yeah,
It really created a lot of problems.
One of the things that you cover really quickly inside the first episode is the Hells Angels. Is it a cult? You were there. Was it a cult?
No, not at all. I completely disagree. And, you're going to find that certain people get interviewed, they get their opportunity to voice their opinion. But, unless they sat inside that meeting room and they wore that patch on their back, they have no idea what the club's all about. They can only speculate. And I think that it's very cavalier for someone to describe this as a cult. I don't see it that way. I see us as a, motorcycle club that's kind of drifted into a myth and a legend, partially by law enforcement and the media. The Hells Angels sells a lot of newspapers, attracts a lot of attention, and I don't have a problem participating in those things. I want there to be a correct historical record of what the Hells Angels is all about.
Absolutely.
And I think participating in this A&E show gave me that opportunity to do that, so I took advantage of it. The second episode's just as good. I've only seen 2 episodes so far. I know what the basis is for the rest, but I've seen the second episode as well. It's very compelling. It's about the Cleveland Hells Angels, a group of very, very serious guys. And, it starts off with the Cleveland Hells Angels going to a motorcycle swap meet and being confronted by 100 members of the breed. And, the Hells Angels walk away, leaving 5 breed members dead on the floor of that swap meet.
Wow.
They also infiltrate, some of the judicial process. They're bribing judges. They expose that for the first time. I don't think anybody's ever talked about that before. So, the audience is going to see a lot of things that they've never had the opportunity to observe before. And you've got several ex-members. Like I say, you've got law enforcement. And then, you got people that claim to be victims of the Hells Angels. Whether they are or they aren't, I think the audience will walk away with a feeling of their own. They'll interpret what is said and whether they believe it or not. Will they believe the ex-Hells Angels? Some of them they'll believe, some of them they won't. I hope they believe me, because the things I talked about on the show, I spoke about from the heart, and that's the way I remember it. And I always try to be truthful about the history of the club and my journey.
Wow, George, you're going to have to come back to this show anytime in the future, because I love your stories. You guys were superheroes to me as a kid, and this really just really puts a big gigantic ring on it. So please come back to this show anytime in the future.
I appreciate the invitation, and I just may take you up on that.
All right, man. Will you be brilliant today, okay, George?
All right, my friend.